morning, traders. Welcome to the daily webinar. Just a reminder to everybody, this is a free webinar for the next 2 weeks. It's also going to be free. I've decided to extend it because a lot of people are asking. I will take 2 minutes. Today's Friday, so if you give me 2 minutes to tell you about the group, because I'm getting a lot of questions on Skype asking about the group and what is it I'm talking about and what is all this installment and all of that. So let me tell you very fast about the group. We're a group and group of traders, and we have the group in Workplace Facebook. We have over 500 plus traders in the group, and these are active traders. I know that because I've spoken to them. I've had a live conversation with them when we moved to this, and about 250, 300 are very active traders, which means they participate on a daily basis. The rest of them are not that active, which means you might not find them. We have a trading room which we run, something live like this, where we discuss trade. It's live. People interact. They talk to each other. They share their screen. It's random at the present moment. It works 24/7. It's random. People jump in anytime. You will see people in there Sunday discussing trades. I'm in there at least 2 times a day, sometimes 3 and sometimes 4 times a day, giving my views on trades, taking trades. We document everything we do in there, right? You get this free for life if you join us. I think this is more important because people are asking me, okay, do you have like basic course and do you have that? We don't have basic and advanced course and master course and all of that. We don't do that crap. You join our group and we teach you to trade. We hold your hand and we teach you everything until you become successful. And then we want you to stay and help somebody else. That's the whole point, right? We're not selling. This is not about selling courses. I'm not into the business of selling courses. I don't have basic course, advanced course, master course. I saw somewhere somebody was sending me a link again. Is this your course? It's very similar. It is 1 or 2 of my traders who left. They were very angry about something and they're doing exactly the copy. It's exactly what we are doing, but on a lower level. So it's your choice. I'm not telling you where to learn or where not to learn. That's your choice. You can come and join us because we are a very vibrant group. You will make friends and you will have very good advice. You have very good traders in the group. If you want to join us, send me a Skype message. I don't have a web page. I am not in the business of selling courses. I'm not giving reduction. I see some places, the normal thing. If you join now, you get 50%, or this is Black Friday, 80%. I don't have that stuff. I'm not in the business of selling courses. Let me just repeat that again if you don't get it. I'm in the business of helping traders who need help. If you're one of such struggling traders who need help and you want to make your trading better, you want to understand what's happening in the chart, you want to execute trades better, you want to manage trade better, you want to trade with a group of very experienced traders who can do that, then you should join us, because you will not get this type of support anywhere else, in no trading group in the world. Let me just stress that. There's no other trading group like ours in the world. And if you can find one that does this, please let me know. I will give you the course free. You don't have anything that gives you this kind of support. There is nothing like that. And I'm not talking about just two live sessions with you. That's not what we do. Or one-on-one with you. You will have a 1 hour one-on-one with me. No, you have access to me 24/5. And my traders could tell you, they need a one-on-one, all they have to do is send me a message, and we do it. Most times you don't even need it now, because I'm so often in the trading room and we discuss trades very details. Every question you have will be answered. Let me put it that way. There's not a single question that you have about trading that we will not answer. So that is it. If you're struggling traders, if you can't understand what's happening in the chart, you're not making money. If you're making money and you're doing well, you probably wouldn't even not watching this video. But if you're watching this video, you're searching for that place where you can, train yourself to trade. And that's what we're here for. Send me a Skype message and we will discuss it. So type, it's MANGAL 457 if you need help. This is a helpline if you need help, right? If you want to become a better trader, if you want to trade with a group of very successful, very good, very nice people, I can tell you the best thing about our group is not even so much just being in a group of traders, is meeting these people. Physically meeting them, having dinner, having coffee, it's an amazing group of people. I have a lot of friends in the group. I hope every single one in the group is my friends. And when I said friends, I mean people who I've met personally and had lunch with and dinner with, and family friends. The rest of them, I hope to meet them and become friends with them. They're still friends by the group, but I would like to be that personal friend with them, meeting them, talking to them, sitting, having lunch, coffee, and let them get to know me personally. Now, some of you thought I was gone anywhere. I wasn't gone. What I was doing is making my group better. I was working on how to make the trading room better. I was working on how to find a better place for us to stay. I was working on how we should coordinate everything, how we should structure everything. So for the last year, that is what we were doing, making the group better. My priority is making these guys successful. All right? That's what I do. Thank you. Now let's move on. Enough of that advertisement. If you want to join us, you have this piece. Just I'll tell Victor to cut this piece and paste it somewhere so everybody can see it. Let's go. Dollar index. So like I told you at the very start of the free webinar, and if you watch the daily one, you would see we're expecting it to come down. Now, it's a little encouraging that this is consolidating here, but that is not down move. When you see this kind of a consolidation in this move, you're thinking they're going to come here and make a new up. And I can show you that possibility in a number of charts that we will be looking at today. Now, maybe this weekend, I will continue which I started, the daily charts. There's some of them that I haven't done, and I will review some of those daily charts for you again. So maybe Sunday, stay on the lookout, share the videos, watch them. I might do a review of the daily one, plus the ones that I didn't do. Review means very fast, showing what they're going to do. So I still expect dollar index to stay within this range for a while, consolidate, come back down, but then make an up move. It might still be a bigger consolidation before they drop. Silver, nothing new. Watch yesterday's webinar. This should go up, and when it comes and it breaks this top, then we will see if it's downside or if it's upside. Well, it went up. So if you bought, great. If you didn't buy, no problem. Don't worry. It's consolidating here, see? If they consolidate here quite a lot, then we will continue to probably do this before we drop. Right? If I don't think it will be the takeoff now, because if it was a takeoff, we'll probably have a small correction and go. So now they're concerned. Can it be the drop to the downside? It can be, but right now I don't see that setup. Right? So on the 1 hour, there is no buy or sell setup because I see it in a consolidation zone right now. Gold, on the other hand, did exactly what we wanted it to do. Remember this piece? We don't sell in those pieces. If you sell, it's a short move down. When they were doing this yesterday, I said, we're not going to sell this to the downside yesterday, this piece. Coming down, as a matter of fact, we're getting a buy setup. Well, you got the buy setup to the top. And then I showed you this yesterday. I'm not sure whether I showed to the general public or whether that was only for my trading room, but we discussed this. And I said, when this come up here, be careful because you have this. And that means chances are you can come back and retest these lows. And it looks like that is what we're going to do today because you can see this. It's probably going to go up some more, but then it's going to drop. I think we will break this low, but then we should be going back up, which means this will become a bigger correction with an impulse to the upside. So after that, after this move finishes, it's probably going to stay here for a while, drop like this, and then go straight back up. When we break this top, we will decide which direction we're going. We're going up or we're going down. Again, why? When it breaks that up, only then we will know which direction we're going. Now, it doesn't mean when it breaks this low, it will take off immediately. It should take off, but doesn't mean it will because it could break this low and repeat the same process here by consolidating again, drop, consolidate, drop, and then go. But once this low is broken, it is qualified enough to go up. Pattern could be completed as it stands. It doesn't mean the pattern is completed. And that's a big difference when you're looking at pattern recognition. Right? Most traders and Elliott waivers and all kinds of wave traders out there get that wrong because they're looking at it saying, okay, good. I think this one is a 1, A, B, C, we're going up. Well, after A, B, C, there is D, E, and more to go, right? So if you're counting letters, there are more to go. Patterns don't behave that way. You start with a simple 3, it can become much more complex. It can be, you can end up with this, and then you get that, and then it drops. But in the bigger picture, it will be that pattern. And that's what that's a difference in when you're looking at a corrective structure and when it's going to break, right? So we're expecting a sell here today, and that might be all you get. This should go up a little more here and then drop. On the 1 hour, I think that's what we're going to expect. If there's a small trade to the upside, I don't think you want that. I don't think it's going to spike up like that, but I think it could come here and then drop and then go back up. So this would be a good trade today if we get it. If it's ready to go to the, see this one here? Up and then down, pretty much what we're going to expect here. So let's see if we get that today. Euro. Euro came down. This yesterday I told you could go up, but be careful, it can be a flat. Turns out to be a flat. I think we're coming down here. We were looking for this to probably drop a little lower and then go up, but it went up from there. It's a flat, it's coming down here. Once it gets to this level, we're not going anywhere lower. This is becoming a big correction. And I think that big correction is going to go up, right? That big correction should be going to the upside. So this would become a big flat. Let's see. This might, I don't think that's a good sell, but you should get some pips if you want to sell it. If we get a flag here to sell to break the low, that's 30 something pips. That could be a good trade if you get a flag there, right? Pound, we're not buying the pound. You see why we're not buying the pound? I keep telling you from this point. I think when we started the 18th, that was here, right? The 18th, I think, was somewhere here. I said we were only looking for sells on the pound. It could go back up, we're not buying. It could go back up, we're not buying. It could go back up. It might even go a little more here today, we're not buying. This structure will go down. We don't see any reason to buy in a structure like that. See? There's no reason to buy in something like that. As a matter of fact, I think we're going to get a move down back to this level. And then we might consider a short-term buyback to the top. From there, watch for the fall. So let's see how this piece ends here. We're going to take the sell if we get the sell today. There is not a sell setup on it at the moment. But if this goes up and break the top, if this goes here now and break the top and start a fall, we will get a sell setup today. And if we get that sell setup, we will take the trade. Right now, there isn't any, and it might not happen today as well. Aussie, we're not buying Aussie. We're not selling Aussie. And even when this was happening yesterday, I told you we're not selling it. For us to sell it, it needs a 4-hour consolidation, which we didn't get. We got a sharp move up. There was a buy. Some of my traders got it. I missed it. I think we talked about it in trading room, and then so I think there were 3 people in the trading room told me they got it. So after that, I missed it. I was it's a 15-minute trade. I'm not going to show it here, right? And now we will look for consolidation in here. So 2 things are going to happen right now. This thing consolidate in here and take off, or it drops lower, go back up, and go one more low. I don't think it's going to fall totally. We don't have a structure that says it's going to fall. But if it consolidates big here, we're going to eat, depending on where the consolidation is and how it consolidates, most likely it's upside. So we will be looking for buy setups today. New Zealand, same thing. We'll be looking for buy setups. New Zealand haven't broken the low, so the chances are they can do that. But once they do that, we'll be looking for buy setups. Do we have a sell setup to this level? No, there isn't a sell setup. If there's a sell setup, we'll consider, but there isn't. Swiss hasn't gone anywhere. I told you this one is going to break down. Even if they break the top, they will come back here as a running flat. It's actually a regular flat. And this one is going to go up. It might break that top, but then it's going to come back here. I don't see this as the takeoff. It's possible, but I don't see it. It's going really, really slow. Right? Remember when we started the 18th here, I told you this is in a consolidation. It's not going anywhere. Well, we're still in that consolidation and we're still not going anywhere. As a matter of fact, I can see this probably doing this coming back here. So if we get to the top and we drop, I'll go with that trade to the downside. We'll take it. For the buy setup to the top there, do we have a good trade that we can buy to the top today if we get it? I don't even see the setup. But if they make a flag here, if we get a flag here, we'll take this trade to the top because this would be a nice trade. It will break the top. Right? It will break the top and then it's going to drop. Now, could this be the one that takes off? Remember, this is an up move, right? The whole bigger structure is an up move. I think I'm going to confuse some new traders here. Right? I'm always afraid of the way I explain it. My traders get it, but because they know the whole theory and they understand what we're doing. New traders, because I'm always talking about this is going to go here and then come here and then and then I said, oh, we might look for that sell, but the whole thing is up. So traders say, well, why you mean you're looking for that sell if you're telling us an up structure? The structure is up on this time frame. Once all of this is finished, that structure is up. Right now, it's not up. Right now, it's still consolidating. So it will go up, it will come down, and then it will go up, right? It doesn't have to go up after that again too, right? It might still stay in the consolidation. So we're going to trade within the consolidation. And especially if we get this to go from the top, it's better for this trade, right? That's a much better trade. It doesn't mean it's going to drop in one drop, but if we get a sell setup, we'll take it. If we get a buy setup today, we'll take it as well. We don't have a buy setup right now. I don't know if any one of my traders got in earlier, but we don't have a buy because yesterday we discussed it. Once it dropped here, it will go back up. You can look for a buy setup. Yen, well, as usual, we're buying, and we bought a few trades that became break even. Well, not became, we closed them for break even because we don't have a big correction to confirm the long-term upside as yet, right? I don't know. I don't want to explain that. That's a long thing. You will understand it in one of my other webinars. So we bought this one, we closed. We bought this one, we closed, all for break even. Then we had an entry order here this morning, which we closed, break even. Well, break even, small profit. And we have an entry order there right now. So why am I closing these trades and re-entering and closing and re-entering? That is very, very important. That's the most important part of one of the strategies we're using right now. It saves you from losses. 80% of the trades you would lose when you're in, we're getting out for break even. So strategies we don't discuss in these webinars. Strategies is solely for our trading room, right? And we have all kinds of blueprint strategies, how to manage these trades. Doesn't mean we don't get back in them if they go. If this takes off very fast today, we will stay with it. If it goes slow, we'll get out and take a small profit out of it. Big picture, I think you should watch my long-term webinar. Big picture is upside. And we just might be starting that upside. I don't think it's we can't confirm the starters yet because they've done this before and still drop, right? Look at this one. And they drop, right? Look at this one. And they drop, right? So this one was just one with a drop. So this is a 1, 2, 3. It can still drop again, right? Just breaking out a little like that doesn't mean anything. And they can do this for a while until it takes off. But every time we see buy setups, we're going to go for it until we get that sharp move that moves us away from the zone. We'll put it to break even and we'll stay with it, right? So is it this one that is going to take off and give us the break even? Once we can get enough pips to put it to break even and stay with it, we'll stay with it. And we're waiting for that big one. So let's see what they're going to tell us today. We're always looking for buys. There is no sell setup here as yet. If it is going to retest the low and give us sell setup, we'll sell it. But we don't have that. We're looking for buys, especially if this consolidates more here. I think you should get some more consolidation here. And then that becomes a very good trade. And hope this one gives us a chance to put it to break even and stay with it, right? So let's go. US CAD. CAD is going up. We expect it to go up. I don't like the slowness with it, which is going up, but it's going up. So yesterday, I told my traders, watch it for this running flat. We can put an entry order here for the buy. Okay, let me stop there. I was going to say something as well. We can buy this. We would look for a buy setup on this today. As a matter of fact, for my traders, it's a ready buy already. Setup. The setup is ready to go. We can put that buy. And we'll manage the trade. Aussie Swiss. Like I said, even though they're coming down yesterday, I told you, when this is coming down, don't sell it here. Don't sell it at the bottom here. You'll get yourself in trouble. If we get a nice consolidation, this is pretty much the Aussie trade. We will look for upside. If we get a consolidation, if they come back deeper here today, they will just consolidate there, make a new low, and then go. All you're going to do is you're going to have a correction like this. It's a correction for upside. Same with the Aussie yen, right? It broke the low. This drop broke the low. You're going up. So this is, you've got this one. You've got a bigger one. You're getting this. Sorry, guys. We will look for upside today. As a matter of fact, we have a pattern where we can put a buy entry. I'll take this off. Put a buy entry here today. I think we're ready for a buy entry there, guys. Aussie yen buy setup. Yep. Aussie CAD. By the way, this is what we do in the trading room. I will show the trade, but my traders understand the pattern more. So we will also say what is the strategy we're using, how we're going to manage this trade, and how we're, if it does this, what we will do. And if it doesn't do that, what we will do. So we have a series of everything that chart could do. And we have a blueprint of how we're going to do it. And we are in the trading room doing it together with you. So we are holding your hands through the process until you can trade. Because it's one thing to tell you how to put the trade on. It's another thing whether you have the ability, the psychological ability to click the trade. Now, there's a lot of trading psychology courses out there. My advice, you're wasting your money. Now, I know I'm going to have a lot of negative review for this all over the places on the internet. I don't care. If you know me, I don't care. I'll tell you the truth. If you're buying one of those psychological courses to help you train, or somebody in their training course telling you that they're giving you psychological class, they're not even a trained psychologist, just run away from that. I will not train your psychology. I'll train you how to manage trades so that you don't get upset. How to control your emotions by trading, not train your emotions so that you can trade. I'm not training your emotions. I'm controlling the trade so that your emotions is under control. That's a different thing. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a trained psychologist. I cannot do a course on psychology. And I can't tell you when you come into my room, you will get training on trader psychology. That's BS. I can't do that. I'm not a trained psychologist. And none of the trainers out there who are training you to trade can do it. None of them are trained psychologists. If you see a course that said we have trading psychology in it, ask them, are you a trained psychologist? And then run the other direction, because they're not. As a matter of fact, one of my ex-students who was kicked out of the group is doing that right now. That's how I know. That's part of the course he's selling, psychology. And I'm like, dude, really? Okay, let's go. I get upset with things sometimes when I see it. Like, you're not a trained psychologist. I'm not a trained psychologist. I can't teach you psychology. I can't train your psychology. I can't bring you back if you're hurt. I can only show you how to control your emotions by trading safely. And that's just honest. That's just the honesty of it, right? That's what I'm going to tell you. I can tell you how to reduce your lot size. I can tell you how to manage your trades so that when you're in these trades and you're in these conditions and you're getting nervous, you have a blueprint of how to control that nervousness. Now, if you're depressed and you're all of that stuff, not my situation. See, it's very simple. I'll give you it as it is. So let's go. Look for buy setups. All the CAD trades, remember we said, look at this. This is like magic, right? If you were not here from the 18th, go back and watch this thing. When this was going up, we were looking for a buy. And then when it starts to do this, I said, okay, take off the buy here. They're going to drop first, and then they're going to go up. This is a perfect buy setup. I think that Aussie is going to go to if not the Aussie, my traders, if not the Aussie, let's trade the pairs. Buy setup. This is a good trade. If this takes off, you get it. If it goes back slow and it goes deep, what if this structure change? Then we take this off. It could change, but as it stands right now, it's a buy setup. If within the day something changed, we will take it off. You will not get access to that because you're not in our trading room. So watch this here. Very good. Up, down, perfect, right? They're following the arrows. Breakout yesterday. I showed you that breakout yesterday. Go up back. Now we have a perfect trade setup. Very safe, very secure. Stay away from this one. It might go down a little more. We don't have a seller or buy setup. Just stay away. Euros, okay, went up. Now we're getting the sell setup. We want this consolidation here. And then we want the drop. Euro New Zealand, same. We might be getting finally the expanding flat, the running flat, sorry, that we have. And we're getting we're already getting a consolidation here for a trade setup for a sell. So we'll be looking for a sell setup here. Come on. Let's see how long it consolidates. Let's see how deep it consolidates. Let's see what the consolidation look like. And then we will decide whether we stay with the sell setup or we take it off. EuroCAD. Okay, so we bought this yesterday. Some of my traders got it here. I bought it a little later. I bought it here. And I got taken out for break even. No problem. The reason I took it out for break even, well, there are more than one reasons. And one of the main ones was I wasn't going to be in front of the screen to manage it. Right? So if I'm not going to be in front of the screen to manage, take the break-even trade. I can see that this might make a bigger correction here. The possibility they're going to do this, and then we look for a buy again. Right? If they do that, we look for a buy again. I hope it hadn't taken me out for break-even, but that's part of trading. Right? If I'd gotten earlier where my traders got in, then I would probably, some traders got in here, some of our traders got in from this point, and I would probably not be taken out for break-even. I would still look for an entry in it. Euro Swiss. Yep, it did what we expected to do. It dropped, right? Remember this piece? create the running flat. Now it's going up. By the way, that could be all. It doesn't have, it might go slightly more. It might go back one more there. I think that's possible. But then this thing would be downside. All right, this whole big thing here would be downside. So be careful. Don't trade it this yet. Euro yen. Okay, we should be in this trade, but we missed it. I missed it, and I don't know if any one of my traders took it. This was the entry. We've had another entry here, but just be careful. If this starts to fall, we would look for the sell, and then we will sell it from here. So you might not get a buy here anymore. It might come down back. Right, we were anticipating one more sharp move. That is this move here. Oh, by the way, we can look for the sell setup here. We're looking for this one, and then we expect this to go back up. Take note of that. Let me draw 2 arrows because that's what we were expecting. We were expecting this to come back down, and then we were expecting that to go back up. At least based on the pattern we're looking at right now. Expect it to go back up somewhat. Euro pound. Okay, you've got the possible running flat here, slightly lower. I still don't think we should sell this as yet. I don't like the idea of selling it. From here, we were Monday and the 18th. When was the 18th? The 18th was this. I think this was the 18th. Nope, sorry, take that off. I'm trying to find when was the 18th. We're up vertical. 18, that should be here. So this was the 18th when I started doing the free webinar. I told you we're not selling it. See, they're not selling it. There's a reason we're not selling that thing, because it's not going anywhere. And we're still not selling it. Maybe this could drop a little. I can see this coming down a little more here. That is a trade setup if you really want it. But rather than sell this, I'll sell something else. Now you might be getting a trade setup because we already have a flat here. We have a running flat here. See that? So this could drop a little more, but I'm not very keen on this one. I'm looking for the upside on this one. Pangos is consolidating in the top here, so we'll have to wait and see what it gives us. There is no clear direction as yet. Wait for that to tell us up or down. It looks more up. Pound New Zealand, we're expecting this to stop here and come down. Right? It didn't. It's going up. So let's see. We're still in a consolidation. That didn't change anything. Right? This here didn't change anything. It's still in a consolidation. I think you can see this. Let me just take this off. We're still pretty much in a consolidation here. And I wouldn't be surprised if they come back here and still go back up. I'm looking at this piece here. So we might be making some kind of a pattern at the top, come here and then go. No trading setups on it as yet. Pound Swiss. We have a buy setup. Yesterday, we were considering taking this buy on the 1 hour. Sorry, let me go back on the 1 hour. Considering taking this buy, but I had to go. But now you have a buy setup. And this should take us to this stop. We want them to break this stop. But it could also do this, come back here, and then go. Right? So if you're going to take this trade, you have to know how to manage it. Right? It's not a bad trade. It's going to take you to the top. And we expect them to break the top. On the big picture, we're looking for this pattern. Expecting this to go break that top and then downside. Okay, while I'm on this, let me show you a series of them very fast. Watch this one break top and come. Pong Yen broke the top. There was a buy setup yesterday. We're not interested in the buy so much. Break the top. We're expecting this to drop somewhat. So show you in the 1 hour. See, this was the buy setup if you wanted it. It didn't go far. You didn't get much. You will have to close the trade because it could reverse anytime. We also put the sell setup just in case. Right? We had both options. Put the sell and the buy. We put the sell too. It didn't go. Close the sell. We closed the sell yesterday afternoon. It's just the one more up. This could still go a little more, but we're looking for that trade. So let me show you why we're looking for that trade very fast. This pattern, this whole piece here, eventually come back to this level. So this is the trade we're looking for. Now this little piece there, we're looking for the bigger trade to the downside. Punkcat, I don't think Punkcat has, yeah, Punkcat has one, but not the similar one. Punkcat, we have this. We have this. This should break the top. That was a buy to break the top, and then it should come down once the top is broken, right? You've got a sideways move, break the top, and then come back down. Take this out. Take that out. That's gone already. So 1 hour, There was a slow move to the upside, breaking that up. See, 1, 2, 3, they go to break the top. It's still going to go break the top, then downside, right? This pattern will complete itself once the top is broken. How far they're going to go above the top, I have no idea. But once the top is broken, we are anticipating a downside in this one. And let me show you another one. Pound Singapore, because why I'm showing you this, because we went through all the pound pairs in the trading room yesterday. And we have this similar structure here that has to come back to this level and then go. So there's a trade to get here as well. We don't trade the pound Singaporean, but we're just tracking them, right? We're tracking, I think we did pound gold, pound silver, quite a lot of them, right? So we're looking for whether it's a pound move, and it looks like that would be a pound move that is going to bring all the pound charts down. So you can keep your eyes on it if it happens. So pound yen I showed you, pound Swiss I think I showed you, yes, pound CAD I showed you, great. All of them look like a sell setup that is going to happen this week. Well, we have one there more, or next week. So if you follow me next week, you'll probably see how we do that. New Zealand yen, still going sideways, going to 1 hour. It's still sideways. This didn't break. They came down. We would expect them to break this low. They didn't break that low. They're going back up. So it's just becoming a big, big, big consolidation. Stay away. New Zealand Swiss, nothing here too. We broke out. We came down back. We're probably going to go back up a little, but all of this will become just one big consolidation. Okay. All of this will be one big consolidation. New Zealand CAD. This one was a buy. It's still a buy. You still have a buy setup. This is mostly CAD moving. You still have a buy setup here that might go slowly, very slow. New Zealand, sorry, it's CAD yen. Okay, we're finally might start to get that sell setup that we're interested in. It's not there. I actually see this piece looking a little more up. This piece here looks a little more up, right? So we don't have the sell setup there as yet. I'm not interested in the buy. This has a similar pattern to the, maybe we could be interested in the buy now because the risk to reward in the trade would be good. If we get a consolidation here for upside, break this top, yeah, you will get a good risk to reward trade. So we might be interested in that short-term trade today. CAD Swiss, downside. I actually showed you this yesterday, and I give you the sell entry with the stop, and it has more to go. It's going to go more than that. If you sold that and you put it, I bought the wrong one. I bought the CAD Euro, the Euro CAD. I should have sold this one, right? So it's the same thing. If you take this trade and it comes here, you put it to break even, you survive it. See, this one survived the break even. On the 1 hour, you survive that break even. This pullback, if you put it to break even, you survive. Now you're in the trade. It's going to go more. Look for more sell setups. Where is it going to? Let me show you. It's coming to break this structure and go down to this level. We will watch them break this low. Now this one might be the one that goes break the low, or come break these low and go back up again. I don't think so. I'm not seeing any more upside. I see it probably come back to this low. So you can still trade, move your stops. You can move your stop to this level now if you want, and let this consult drop, and then look for more trades. Swiss yen, nothing here. Stay out of that. Silver, it broke. It didn't go anywhere. And like I said, we always want them to break this top, or it could be a running flat. I could see this coming back here to make a bigger running flat pattern and then drop. So probably leave it for now. US oil, nothing happened, but you're getting a sell setup, short-term sell setup. See this? It's becoming a short-term sell setup that is worth taking. Very short-term. You might just get a drop like this and then out. It could still stay here, but if they break through, this is what it's likely going to do, and then up, you're going to get this pattern. We'll be looking for this. All right, so let's see. UK oil will be very similar. This broke. If you took the sell there, you probably got break even. It didn't go anywhere. Now you're getting a bigger corrective structure in the making. All right, just a big corrective structure. Same thing. We're expecting this to go down and then probably go back up. Short-term sell. Natural gas. Okay. Take off that buy and put the entry order here. And let's see how that goes. This was your buy here, right? This one here was a buy. So if you didn't close it, you survived the break even. Now you should move that stop to positive, right? Move the stop to somewhere here or so, or you can keep it here. Okay, this did go up as expected, but it didn't break the top. See this one here? It did go up. That was a buy setup we're looking for in trading, but it came back down. So if it's coming back down, then we might be looking at more downside. That's not confirmed as yet. Put this here. But if they consolidate here anywhere, or if they break out, make a flag, we can start to sell. The reason is there's a lot of sharp waves in here, and the combination of them could give you different series of running flats, and they will all be correct, right? Any one of them, once you can get a complete pattern with it, it will be correct. The best thing is to just wait for it to break out, make flags, corrections, then sell. If they stay here, they can go back up and keep doing this for a while. That is why the short-term buy was possible there. This did not break out, it's dropping. So let's see, let's take this off now and assume that this is the top. That means we can pull this one up like that. And we're pretty much in the same kind of a pattern. See? Same kind of this long-term squeeze. They can keep doing this for a while, or if they drop here, break and make a flag, you can look for sell setups. And S&P 500. This broke out, went right back up. So this was a sell, but you probably might have got a break even out of it, or you took small profit here. This would have been the best place to take small profit. See that there? When it dropped, it started to make this, they go back up. We're making a bigger correction. Let's take this off and go back to the 4 hour. They all have this similar looking pattern in it. Okay. Similar looking pattern. So let's see if they break out. Normally that breaks out to the downside. Let's see if we get a breakout. DAX, this drop, well, not much more, but a little more. And it still looks upside. This is the only one that still looks upside. It doesn't look downside as yet. Trying to see where it's one of these corrections, except it's deeper. Right? It still looks upside in the bigger picture. In the 1 hour, yeah, nothing. No trade setup. Not for a buy, not for a sell. Okay, this didn't break out. As a matter of fact, it's coming down. Let's take that off. We didn't get any buy trade there. Let's see if we're going to get a sell trade. It's still not a sell. Right? This here is still not a sell setup. Come on. That is still not a sell trade. That looks like a big running flat to me. We had one of that before. Let me show you it. Come on. And when you get these, they go up. When you get those, they go up. See? We had it before. So you can look for buy setups from here to the upside. I think you can look for this straight up. Let's see if we get it. It's a big running flat as far as I'm concerned. We're not finished with it, but I think we're going to go up back. So at some point, you could look for buy setup. This becomes a sell if they drop lower and consolidate. Then I would look for sell. Otherwise, I'm looking for buy setups on this. Let's go. Nifty. Nifty, if it consolidates here, sell. If it doesn't consolidate, look for buy setups. Go back to the 1 hour. If they consolidate here, we'll sell. Tesla. Okay, so we got the downside. You were looking for this now, so we might have got our pattern there ready to go. See? We had 1, 2, 3. We have 1, 2, 3. If you get a buy setup here today, that's a trade. See how easy it was? Watch back the webinar on Tesla all the way from last week. We were in the correction and we said it's going to go up, it's going to come back down, and then you can look for your buy setup. Well, you have both of those, so you can look for your buy setup now. Amazon. I would leave this, so we'll see if they follow them. I wouldn't do anything here. I'll leave it. This is what you follow me the next 2 weeks. Share this webinar. Make sure everybody get it, then you can see how it works. We don't know how it's going to work, but that's the pattern we're looking for. Tesla worked perfect. SLR, downside, more downside. This one is going to go up first, then downside. It's going to go up here and then down, so you can get some short-term buys there. Okay, stay away from this. It's not ready. We're looking for this to go up. Maybe it's going to drop a little more, but then you're going to get the upside. Reliance came down back, right? So now what? Now we have to look at this pattern and decide whether this will make a more complicated pattern. I don't think. I think this is 1, that is 2, this is 3, it's finished. If we get a consolidation here now, you can sell. If you were selling the lower time frame from the top, you're doing great. If not, any flag here is a sell. Bitcoin dropped. It didn't break the low, but I was expecting them to break the low. They didn't. And now they're going to go back. So we're looking for this. I changed this yesterday. Why is it not? Because yesterday they were here. And I said you can look for them to come and break this low. And then we will be looking for this trade up. So we're still looking for this trade up, which means if you get a consolidation here today, you want that consolidation to confirm this one more, and then we'll look for downside. Now, if that pattern plays out well, good for you. You get a buy and you get a sell setup. If that pattern doesn't play out, we'll see what it makes. But what is the next pattern it's making? XRP, yep, you did get the upside. We did get that upside. So yesterday I was telling you, right? So watch this piece here, because I still think they're going to come here. Now it might be a flat. Now this could be a flat for downside. Or if it's going to continue to go up, it's going to tag this top. So we were expecting this to break out and go tag the top, right? But that didn't break out. It came lower. So when it came lower, we were looking for a possibility that it can become a flat and go down back, right? If it is not a flat but a deep curve pullback, then what you would look for is wait for a flag here, confirm this trade to break that top, and then it still should go down. By my look of the pattern, this should come here and then drop to this level. Then start the big up move. Now, could it be they're starting the big up move from here? Good question. I might miss it because I'm not in the buy, and I don't think they're doing it because this did not break the low. For me, they need to break the low so that I can confirm the start of a big move to the upside. It didn't break the low, so I don't see that as being the start to the upside. Let's see. If I'm wrong about it, when it makes flag, we will buy. Right? So if it makes a flag here today, you can buy. If it makes a flag above here, we would definitely buy. Right? But if they go straight there and start a drop, they come be under 10, you want to be ready to buy some. Right? Under 10 is a buy. Let's see. Buy with money you can afford to lose. I'm not making a trade call. I'm just telling you how I would trade it. Where are we? XRP. Let's see. ETH. And you might get a sell setup here today. I think this is starting to make a flag here for a sell setup. Go into 1 hour. Yep, you're getting a sell setup. Kind of like this, probably. And LTC. Okay, this drop, it's pulling back. I'm not sure why they're pulling back, but if they get a consolidation here, they'll probably come back and retest this top. Give you a bigger correction. I think that's the only possibility. A bigger correction, nothing else. Right? So that's it. I managed to finish everything, well, a little more than an hour. So thank you guys for your patience. My traders, we will be in the trading room, and the rest of the traders have a great weekend. I don't think I'll see you again until Monday. You make sure you watch the videos over the weekend, share them, make sure enough people see them so that we can save some souls. Because I've got that from a few traders who said, well, at least I saved them from a few bad trades that they were about to take. Right? So you might help people. If they don't like it, that's it. They'll just not watch it. Right? There are a couple thousands of you who are watching this and you like it, so share it. And if a couple more thousand watch it and they share it, then enough people will get to see the method and they will learn it. So thank you very much. Have a great weekend and see you next week. Take care. Bye.